This is CNN, the Convolution News Network. Gavin's name is confirmed as Gavin Miller-Broomfield. He is a failed filmmaker. We'll take a quick look at the 5 short films he uploaded to YouTube on a different channel from the Vanguard, which doesn't get many views. He got plugged as a filmmaker at the University of Missouri at Kansas City. Is that what that college is? This seems to be his mom, Andrea Broomfield. Zac apparently portrays himself as a Zac Polston. There's no real info on that. I see other Zac Polstons, but not himself. I think that might be a fake name. Here's 2016, what looks like a narc. Is that what they're called? The older student who tries to get the other students in trouble. Though he's 17, which is a closer age, not the stereotype of the narc. He looks like a junkie right there at age 17. Gavin Miller. So his mom must have remarried Broomfield, some dude named Broomfield. Gavin was plugged by an Elizabeth Landers of state-sponsored Vice, the website that propelled paid fake COINTELPRO tool Tim Pool. Everyone knows Vice is garbage. Look at him with a pro-marijuana button at age 17. So that guy's a narc. I doubt marijuana is legal in Missouri. Maybe it is. I would recommend looking into that. I mean, if he's wearing that button in California, it wouldn't mean as much, but we all know Missouri is a backwards state. Elizabeth Landers of Vice, she interviewed the Homeland Security guy. Maybe one might want to check that out and see if there was any pushback from this. It looks like it was a puff piece promoting the Department of Homeland Security, pushing the fake war on terror. Here he is, Gavin Miller-Broomfield. These are his short films. I've downloaded them. We'll take a quick peek at them. They suck. That's the spoiler. Sorry, I should have given a spoiler warning. They're garbage. Guy's an idiot. Guy's a moron. Well, I guess here they are, the 5 films. Insectivision is most recent from a year ago. It's just really stupid. He tends to have these idiotic punchlines. So basically the guy ate bugs and turns into the snow that we get from TV, when the old school TV. Mad Cow was quite idiotic. The actor he used in that has the name Kaufman. He looks very similar to Zac. Gavin is related to Matthew North. It's not off the table. After seemingly confirming a real name for Gavin, I would gather or guess that Matthew North was a completely fake name. Oktoberfest was idiotic, some guys stabbing a pumpkin for most of it. West Bottoms, it was the most idiotic use of stock footage. He's doing some history piece on cattle, some flood or something happened. It's basically at an 8th grade level. These guys are actors. They're reading scripts. No one just shows up and gets millions of page views, gets all those big interviews, gets plugged by Jimmy Dore and the ecosystem. That just doesn't happen. There's his first one called Berry Pigs. Right, so he loves to end his crap with idiotic endings that make no sense at all. This guy makes Ed Wood Jr. look like a cinematic genius. So that's the brief review of his crap films that show that he was a fake filmmaker. I've never heard this mentioned on the Vanguard. It probably hasn't been. They're not advertising it. This stuff only gets mentioned after it's outed. I doubt Fiorella and Johnny were admitting they were Majorcas till after they got exposed. I'm surprised they're not mentioning how she's a failed actress. I guess that's a little too close to fake home. Gavin Miller-Broomfield. It's got 1,900 views. This guy Gavin, how does this channel air? I took this screenshot this morning. How does this guy who gets millions of views on the Vanguard, not many millions, but I think they've got over a couple million views in like a year or two at tops. I think they've been known for about a year total. He signed up as a kid, 2010. He's apparently 23. So why hasn't anyone been checking out this channel here by Gavin Miller-Broomfield? This channel doesn't feature any other channels. Oliver Willis, right? So I've gone too far in the screenshot portion. Shemp endorsed Ernie. So I've been Shemp. I've had that Shemp thing going for quite a while. Oliver Willis is from, or was from, Media Matters. Is that the name of that place? That DNC thing. So I was trolling that guy. I exposed a lot on Twitter, but they deleted me. I'm sure there are people out there who remember my shtick, whether from the Kimberlin days, and I've just been around a while. I didn't show up in 2016. I showed up in 2006. So that's it for screenshots. The other crapola I wanted to include in today's show concerned Nico House. Now he's claiming to have autism. He said that at the end of his show on yesterday. He had on a paid fake. I think some guy from Giant Journal. I remember coming across that website a year or two ago. I forget what it was related to, but I've known that as a paid fake outlet. And I forgot about it because it was such low-lying fruit. Now apparently that guy is getting promoted by Nico House and that COINTELPRO network they run. It was the blurb for the show. It said the guy was from the Giant Journal, whatever that is. I don't even know how it's spelled. I think it's Gion. So that guy admitted at the end that he's a Mason, that he's a Freemason. I'll try to track that down and add the audio to this because I don't have super duper fast internet to download stuff. I downloaded those short movies by Gavin because they weren't too much. So I went into the chat. I think they ended up banning me by the end of it. For a while they let me hang out on Nico's chat. You could see the guest was reading off of a teleprompter. Some are very good at hiding that they're doing that. Others are so obvious. Even the best of the best become obvious when you know what you're looking for. So anyway, in the chat, I'm mentioning that. And then the Tony Watches Closely guy says water is wet, as if everyone reads off of the teleprompter, that it's obvious. Similar to how I exposed Poinkanen for being a kratom addict. And then like half a week later, he's admitting to it on his show. Right. Another coincidence. Scoop Gang. You can look into my shtick half a year ago, years ago. You'll see that I was always using the scoop word. So that's a coincidence? I don't think so. These people are junkies. I have single-handedly taken them down. Oh, one last thing I want to mention is that I only went to Jenna Beck's channel because she claimed on a tweet, I forget when that was, but she claimed that Fiorella was a failed sex worker. Someone had posted that Fiorella was a failed actress. So when I asked her for proof, she said, oh, I don't really have proof. It might have been photoshopped. It was something at Facebook from one of my project managers. She's always using phrases like that. She's always pumping up her ego, or not ego. She's always trying to pump up who she is. And I agree with the Autumn Sword guy that that's what she does, yet there's no there. So I was not even going to mention that, because who's Jenna Beck and why should I even mention her? But I will say, here's another coincidence. I am a big fan of the Audio Slave album. I had uploaded it to the website that shouldn't be named, because YouTube is greatness and we must obey YouTube, its mandates. But I'm getting sidetracked. I once painted a real estate office a long time ago. That album must have just came out. Or anyway, I had a copy of it. And I played that thing over and over for hours upon hours to go with myself painting the real estate building. It wasn't huge, but it took a while. One guy doing the interior. You gotta make sure to not get paint on the carpeting, for crying out loud. So anyway, not only was that a sign that I had Asperger's because I was playing that stuff over and over again, I've been singing the Audio Slave. I've been doing the Chris Cornell. So then I noticed on Jenna Beck's channel that she's doing Like a Stone. She's doing Audio Slave right after I did. So anyway, I just want to point that out to let her know, let you guys know that I have nothing to do with her. That I only wanted to find out if she had any proof of Fiorella being... That's a heavy-duty smear to make on someone. So that's about that. This should fit tidily into a 15-minute video. Thanks for your time and consideration. I'll try to not sing as often. That was probably a trap by Jenna Beck to get me to sing more. Even though I'm fairly sure I have a good singing voice, maybe that's not what I should be posting for subscribers or anyone else. I think I lost a couple subscribers lately because I came out promoting people to get vaccinated. I don't mind losing a few subscribers like that. I'm not kooky. I'm eccentric. There's a difference. This has been the Tokyo Shemp News Network. Have nice days. Truly.
You can't serve masonry and God at the same time. I'll just put it that way.
Man, now see, we have another difference. You can't serve man and God at the same time. As long as you're serving it.
No, not fair. Masonry or mammon, the devil.
Oh, you mean like the Masons? I understand.
Yeah.
That's different.
All these fraternities and sororities are the foundation of masonry.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I didn't know about that when I signed up. But anyway, that's another story for another time. So
there's no effing way Nico House has Asperger's. The guy's a sociopath. He's a liar. All of them are liars. They're paid to spread propaganda. They're on drugs. That seems to be a requirement to get the job, or it helps get the job.